Today we wanted to talk about the dilemma that often comes up in conversations, but that we usually overlook. We all want a comfortable life, not struggling to make it to the end of the month, but we also want to do the right thing, be fair to others and not step on anyone. And then the question always appears, can you be rich and fair at the same time? Today we'll reflect on this topic with Martí Cerdán.
Today we are here at St. Paul Apostol because we want to talk about an issue that really divides people. We've gone out on the street to see what people actually think. We've picked two people who are in completely different economic situations, and we asked them what they think about the question, can you be rich and just at the same time?
Later on, we will analyze graphics from recent years to extract some key data, and we will interview some people to understand better their views. We'll begin with Alejandro, a man working in the primary sector of Catalonia.
Today we want to address a question that divides society. Is it possible to be rich and just at the same time? To answer it, we want to stay on the surface. We are talking about facts, wages, taxes, contributions to GDP, corporate profits, and above all, the experience of real people in very different situations. We will start by talking with Alejandro, a worker who is part of the majority in this country. Low wages and little stability. Later, we'll meet Ariadna, a founder of a multinational company and part of the small percentage in the city who manage large capital. Come with me. Welcome, Alejandro. Today you'll help us finding answers to some of the questions we have. To begin, what is your exact monthly salary?
My contract states 1,100 a month in 12 payments. If they take me for extra hours, I can reach 1,300, but it's not guaranteed. Some months I make less because there's no work.
With that salary, what percentage do you think you pay in taxes?
IRPF about 18, Social Security about 120, and then VAT on everything I buy. If I add it all between direct and indirect taxes, I think I end up paying around 35% of what I earn.
Are you able to save anything?
With like 20 or 30 euros a month. Some months it's zero. A car repair can leave me at zero for weeks.
How does this vulnerability make you feel?
Well, it feels like I'm always walking a tightrope. I can't plan anything. It worries me to get older like this.
It's a feeling that many people share, and it often remains invisible in political speeches. Do you think you contribute to GDP above or below average?
Below, for sure. I only spend on the basics, food, rent. I can invest or consume more.
If you could change something in the tax systems, what will you change?
That VAT be lower for essential products, and that low salaries pay less in taxes, and above all that those who have more contribute more than they actually do.
Before the expert analyzes your data, I ask you directly, do you think a rich person can act justly?
They could, but often they don't. It's as if the system encourages them to pay less, to have more advantage. Justice shouldn't depend on anyone's goodwill.
The first graph shows effective tax rates by income level. The data matches what Alejandro described. Low-income earners, despite having less capacity, end up dedicating 30–35% of their total income to direct and indirect taxes. High-income earners, although they pay more in absolute terms, have deductions and final tools that lower their effective tax to 15–20% in many cases. This creates both a perceived and reality inequality. Those with less end up paying proportionally more.
Now we'll speak with Ariadna, founder of a Catalan multinational with presence in more than 20 countries. Her view can help us understand how wealth, taxation, and social responsibility are experienced from another angle. Ariana, thanks you for being here. Let's start with the basics. What is your annual salary?
Hi, between 118,000 and 202,000 depending on the year result.
What benefits come with your position?
There are many. Full health for me and my family, compound car, paid international travel and pension plan.
And what percentage of taxes do you pay?
The top bracket is 45%, but with pension plan contribution, deductions and other things, my real rate must be around 30-32%.
That's interesting. Many people don't know the difference between theoretical and effective tax rate. Do you consider yourself someone who contributes about average to GDP?
I think so, not just because of my salary, but because my company employs more than 3,000 people and generates economic activity in several sectors.
Some critics say that the large companies have too many ways to reduce taxes. What do you think?
The system is what is. I follow the law, but it's true that some deductions are designed for multinationals only.
If you could change something about taxation, what will you change?
I do two things: simplify it and ensure that companies with high turnover cannot end up paying less than a freelancer.
And the key question of the report, can a rich person be just?
Yes, but paying taxes is not enough. You need to share opportunities, pay fair wage and invest in social projects. You can be just if you only look at your own benefits.
The second graph shows the evolution of corporate profits. They rose from 180 billions to over 250 billions in only 5 years. This shows that corporate wealth grows faster than wages. Companies contribute strongly to GDP, but this does not translate proportionally into taxes.
After hearing two such different realities, it's clear that economic justice doesn't depend on the amount of money, but on what is done with it. Alejandro contributes to GDP through his consumption and taxes, but suffers the higher proportional fiscal pressure. Ariana contributes greatly to GDP by generating employment, but the system makes it easier for her to pay for a lower percentage in taxes. The initial question remains open, but now with more context. Being rich and just is possible, but only if justice is a personal choice and a real commitment.